straight. You kids today ain't never had it rough. Always had everything handed to you on a silver plate. You lazy brats think nothing's good enough. Well, nobody ever drove me to school when it was 90 degrees below. We had to walk butt naked through 40 miles of snow. Worked in the coal mine 22 hours a day for just half a cent. Had to sell my internal organs just to pay the rent when I was your age. 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 Let me tell you something, you whiny little snot. There's something wrong with all you kids today. You just don't appreciate all the things you got. We were hungry, broke, and miserable, and we liked it fun that way. Well, there were 73 of us living in a cardboard box. All I got for Christmas was a lousy bag of rocks. Every night for dinner, we had a big old chunk of dirt. If we were really good, we didn't get dessert when I was your age. 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 I didn't have no telephone, didn't have no fax machine. All we had was a couple cans and a crummy piece of string. Didn't have no swimming pool when I was just a lad. Our neighbor's septic tank was the closest thing we had. Didn't have no dental floss, had to use old rusty nails. Didn't have Nintendo, we just poured salt on snails. Didn't have no water bed, had to sleep on broken glass. Didn't have no lawnmower, we used our teeth to cut the grass. What's the matter now, Sonny? You say you don't believe this junk. You think my story is wearing kinda thin. I tell you one thing, I never was such a disrespectful punk. Back in my time, we had a thing called discipline. But Dad'd whip us every night till 12:15. Then he'd get too tired, and he'd make us whoop ourselves. Then he'd chop me into pieces and play frisbee with my brain. And let me tell you, Junior, you never heard me complain when I was your age. 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 When I was your age.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Yeah, so what else can we say about Manchuria other than all these? Yeah, look at all our new machine guns here at Arnold's Pizza Shop, straight up. You've reached Arnold's Pizza Shop. We've even upgraded from the 9mm bullets. So yeah, let's do one more of those tests, basically. This is, well, yeah, fair enough. This is one of those few things I can think of to get normal people to, you know, hypothetically, let's say there's like straight up zombies, no, Nazi zombies, yeah, straight up Nazi zombies. Yeah, so what do you do? Oh yeah, you need a gun. Natural, dude, if there was Nazi zombies, yeah, straight up, you need a gun. I don't care if you're a hippie, you'd still need a gun if there's Nazi zombies. So yeah, which one? You get to pick one of these guns. They're straight up Nazi. They have COVID too. Yeah, they're highly contagious with COVID. You could easily get COVID from these Nazi zombies. Yeah, they're from North Korea. They're working for ISIS. Yeah, you get straight up. You need a gun, motherfucker. Which one? You'll get ammo and stuff. Like, yeah, you'll get. Don't worry, this ain't trickster douchebag. But like, what's yeah? The it's not. You might be thinking, well, obviously, oh, the AK. Yeah, don't let the flags fool you, comrades. Don't let the flag fool you. Yeah, which gun? You the fucking Nazi zombies that have COVID? Yeah, straight up COVID zombies from where fucking you know what I'm saying. Yeah, these zombies will give you COVID, and you need to shoot. Yeah, goddamn, sorry. Well, come on. Yeah, I'll give you a minute to think about it. That's kind of the point. I'll ramble for a couple minutes here, keep it short and sweet, and by the time they show up, which one do you... Yeah, I want all of them. You want all of them, King Henry? Fuck yourself. Which one do you start... Which one are you going to use? Are you going to use them all at once? Which one do you plan to use first? For what? Okay, yeah, let's see. If you will... Yeah, we'll test your hypothetical fortress next time. But yeah, you might be thinking, yeah, like, why is one better? Is this strong? Does it need to be that strong to kill a zombie or a person? Yeah, maybe if they have a lot of body... People don't usually wear that much body armor. I mentioned this briefly before, but this is something I can ramble about related to it while you're thinking about which gun to get from Arnold's Pizza Shop here. That sort of like SWAT armor and stuff, yeah, there is stuff like that. Most, like, you know, assault rifles or whatever can at least injure someone. Right, it might save your life, but you could still be crippled or break bones, etc. So yes, even if you get shot with it, you know, it could still save your life from something like that. But it's very much like 1 or 2 shots, and it's, yeah, you can't just keep getting shot over and over. You know what I mean? If you're like running or something, it'll still fucking knock you over and cripple you. So that's kind of the idea with it. And for the most part, you see it more with like cops and yeah, like why is it just SWAT teams? Well, yeah, why not get it for the army? On one hand, there's the cost, but also, yeah, you know, think of like storming a beach with a bunch. Yeah, you just drown, or yeah, they're infantry and they're out in the boonies, the Dutch Indies and Manchuria, mate. Yeah, they're in a more dangerous environment. The environment itself is too they need the mobility. The mobility is more useful in most cases. That's why they end. Yeah, after all that, at what point does armor become useless? At what point are the most advanced soldiers wearing like t-shirts? Because in the end, I just need to be able to move faster. It's like the hunters in Yarnum, right? Yeah, get a gun and ditch the armor straight up. So I'm thinking there's a portion of people who would go for the AK. Yeah, we'll get to it. So I'm trying to, you know, this is how we do the test. Put yourself in one group or the other. Yeah, okay. I imagine that a lot of people are going to be like, okay, AK. Some crazy American's going to think, okay, yeah, straight up, you're going to pick one of these. I don't know. Yeah, one of them looks cooler. You know, the M4. Sorry, yeah, which one's which? The bigger number, the smaller number. It's backwards. Yeah, in Soviet Union, bigger number is smaller for you. The M16 is the longer rifle there. Yeah, we'll get to it. The M4 is the shorter SMG type one, the upgraded fucking MP40, MP5, yeah, the German SMG or whatever, basically. And then, do you notice any similarities between, yeah, how different are these? Someone must be thinking it. Right, this isn't entirely coincidental, no. Like I said, we raided on Germany and all of the German weapons. I know, it's like, well, you really want... No, you can't blame a crazy scientist for fighting about quantum field theory with Niels Bohr. Yeah, right, that's a little different. He wasn't working on the caveman nuke project. Yeah, who's gonna put the caveman nukes in the fucking howitzer? Yeah, there was a scientist somewhere. Oh my god. Once it's invented, you get the idea. I hope... A lot of you probably get it by now, or maybe just the intuition that once something is invented, it's not always. Sometimes it can still be expensive to produce, but it can also... Yeah, how cheap is it? Ooh, yeah, the AKs are cheaper. Why is it cheaper? How much cheaper? Well, comrades, you might see how big this rifle is, but... Yeah, whoa, yeah, where did it go? Yeah, I took half of it away with magic trick. So the wood, I know, right? That's the only part that's metal. Well, there's metal inside, obviously. The bullet doesn't just fly through wood, but you get the idea. Right, there's a lot of trees in Russia. That's one thing they can get easily. Yeah, their economy, whatever, wood is dirt cheap. So the wood barely doesn't cost anything. That's literal pocket change, just to transport it, basically. So they only have to pay for that much metal, and, you know, America's got to pay for like fancy plastics and metals and rubbers, and yeah. This thing's more expensive to make, and maintenance, we'll get to it. Which one's better, though? Yeah, is it worth it, basically? How much better is it really worth it? Well, are you fighting Nazi zombies that have fucking COVID? Yeah, we're all, yeah, straight up. You will get COVID if these zombies get in here, and then you you might die shortly after for other reasons, but yeah, even if you survive, you might still have COVID. So, why is one better than another? Well, this is a great little example. Yeah, no, there's no perfect weapon. There's a perfect weapon for, yeah, a perfect tool for the perfect job. Is it the Nazi COVID zombies? Right, it depends what you're fighting. So, right, long range, short range, whatever. No, but then it's, okay, oh, the AK never jams. It can, yeah, it does happen eventually. You still have to clean it. It's just, you know, ideally you can wait till after the battle. It's not going to jam in the middle of a battle. If you, I don't have these guns, but there's the one thing I know about this is basically the amount of material it takes to jam one or the other. Yeah, you can see how this has been engineered, you know, to be as precise, yeah, as tight as possible. Tighten it up there for, yeah, more range and accuracy. The other one, you can either get tiny pebbles in there that will jam this rifle, or this one, it's like an instrument, you can play it like a maraca, and yeah, basically. Yeah, and then you can empty it later. It's like a little ashtray or garbage can in there. You stick your cigarette butts in there. Like, yeah, there's, you know, when people show off how durable it is, they'll be like, I can put rocks in it, and it's still, you can't put rocks in this gun. It won't shoot the rocks, you know what I mean, though. It'll still fire. That will, you get it, that will eventually jam up. But, yeah, ideally you have some time to open it and empty the ashtray and pop it back out. Yeah, and whatever, unless you want to use it as an instrument. Or a tiny grain of fucking sand out of your dick. Well, yeah, there you go, bud. Little grains of sand in your dick here, even if it's all as tight as it's got to get. And I guess this is basically how long is the barrel. It's where the magazine goes into it. So wherever the magazine reaches the barrel, that's where that would be. That where the barrel connects with the piece holding the bullets. Yeah, where do the bullets go into the thing that shoots them? It has to connect somewhere, right? Unless you got teleportation, laser shit. Yeah, they're working on it. But in the meantime, back in the day, right, a lot of guns normal guns are still like this, and there's, you know, springs in there. Yeah, it's like manual spring reloading, but you get it. If the piece every time it loads another bullet, it's got to slide back and forth, and yeah. If it gets too dry, yeah, you got to keep it lubed or clean or whatever. It can't get too crusty, otherwise yeah, right, basically. And this is pretty much guaranteed to happen eventually, so it's guaranteed to happen sooner, basically, for this guy. That's why it seems like, oh, that one never jams. No, it just means this one will pretty much always jam first. These guys can play around seeing how many cigarette butts they can put in there. Well, yeah, tiny grain of sand is going to fight. Well, not necessarily, yeah, borderline. But, I mean, hypothetically, basically, my opinion would be, it is better as like a rifleman's rifle. It's yeah, just what a rifleman needs. It's longer range, better accuracy if you know how to use it. Yeah, big if there. The AK is perfect for people who don't. And it's another one of those don't know how to use guns. Sure, you got to practice shooting, and yeah, yeah, you got to practice shooting it. But it's simpler to clean. Yeah, you can clean out the ashtray. Yeah, exactly. You got to learn how to clean out the ashtray. And then, of course, the AK, even with the wood, you might be thinking, is still more durable. If you end up bashing a guy's face in with you could very well break the plastic parts on the, yeah, exactly. I'm not saying it's a plastic gun, but they designed it to be light. The reason there's plastic components instead of metal, it's supposed to be as light as possible, basically, which is a good idea. That's what I mean. It's a great rifle for if they don't get too close with these things. The AK is sort of like multi-purpose. You can sort of use it as an SMG. Yeah, you almost don't need the SMG with this thing. It sort of does both, but it's like the M rifles are only better if you're trained to use them. Yeah, you need better soldiers to be better at it, basically. Whereas even slightly larger number of soldiers with less training can use these weapons. Yeah, exactly. This has always been a thing. And yeah, this has always been a fucking thing. There's no best weapon. It really depends on the situation. So yeah, this is as far as I can go before falling straight into Colonel Hoppy's rabbit hole fucking minefield. Yeah, at a with just speculating, I'd say yeah, you got a better rifle, hypothetically, better range and accuracy if you can get those first shots in whatever. Yeah, it's better at doing a rifleman's job or whatever. Ideally, if you're doing if everything is going according to plan, if it doesn't all it never does, but you get it. It's like if you do it right, you should be able to hit them before they can hit you. If you don't, then things are going to be more difficult. Exactly. The power, yeah, that's in my opinion. Whatever, that only really matters if there's like vehicles involved, or you know what I mean, barricades, or yeah. If it's just a guy running around, either one is strong enough to kill you. Like if you, yeah, unless you, even with body armor, that's what I mean about. Yeah, that's why they're not gonna give a bunch of guys heavy SWAT armor in a fucking Manchurian jungle somewhere. Exactly. Because I mean, enemies would probably take it too, or just whatever. And then if they're defending areas, yeah, they can sit there in body armor. That's not going to make them tired. Oh yeah. Are you going to run around in a jungle in body armor? Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, it'd be nice if they could have some, but you get it. I'm just explaining it in my opinion with the power. Yeah, either one is strong enough to kill like in one shot, whatever, depending on yeah. If that's more so a factor, if what I guess shooting jeeps or helicopters, even yeah, you could probably take out a small helicopter. I mean, you could with either one, but I guess hypothetically that power difference is only relevant with like light vehicles like that, or yeah, like shooting through really light barricades. Like if someone's hiding in a fucking wooden building, or behind some sandbags, shit like that, behind trees. That's the only way I would factor that part in. Ammunition, well, one looks like it's got a bigger magazine. And I mean, with bullets too, I didn't realize this for a while till I was, older, whatever. Yeah, wasn't born knowing all these things, but basically, not even bullets, but, artillery shells, torpedoes, bombs, usually when you see a weapon like this, the actual weapon it's just the tip. Yeah, literally just the tip. Even with nukes, it's just the tip. The rest of it is just the delivery system. Yeah, the rest of it is the gunpowder, the fuel, the rocket, or the thing that gets the tip in where it needs to go. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like even if the AK might have bigger bullets, the tip is pretty much the same size. Whatever the thing that hits you is pretty much the same size. It's just going faster if it has more gunpowder behind it. But if it's less accurate, or it's accurate enough, but relatively speaking, and that's what I mean about the same with the endurance thing. Yeah, it will jam eventually, but the other one is almost guaranteed to jam first. That one's more guaranteed for whatever. There's no guarantees, but until everything goes horribly wrong, yeah, up to the point that everything goes horribly wrong, it should work the way, one way or the other. And what about the cost? I mean, they're communists. They don't have, even if they don't have money. Yeah, well, how did they get? They had to make these some way. So what does that mean if they're cheaper? Yeah. Well, did they? No, no. What that means is the wood, yeah, oh, look, comrade, yeah, how did it get smaller? Yeah, oh, I can take the wood away from the gun. Yeah, now it's cheaper. It means they need less resources, just whatever, less stuff to make it. Whether they're buying it or stealing it or trading it or whatever they got to do to get some metal. There's some, yeah, whatever metal they have, you get the idea. No matter how you're getting these things, if you need more stuff to make that one, it's not that much, but again, relatively speaking, yeah, they might have streamlined the process. I mean, it can't cost that much to make one of those M16 rifles, but for each one they make, yeah, well, I can make 5 or 10 of these just because, yeah, the wood is dirt, you get it. So yeah, that just means they have to make less parts. So the factory is cheaper because the less you need a bigger factory with more machines to make more different parts for this thing, and assembling it is more complicated. Yeah, each step is that in the end that's what makes it so cheap. Yeah, less intensive labor, less. Yeah, who's running a sweatshop now? I'm just saying. Yeah, we're trying to avoid the sweatshop, comrade. And the maintenance, yeah, you want lower cost and low maintenance ashtrays, yeah, whatever. There's like, yeah, you can pop that lever open and empty the ashtray. Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's just an example. There's clearly more to it. I don't have these things. I haven't used either of these, but yeah, nothing. I ain't used nothing like this before. Just saying. It's whatever. What else on top of right? All that means, again, my only hard speculation I can add to this is this better, yeah, technically it's a better gun on the left there, but you need to be, you literally, you need the stats for that weapon, like an RPG, like you don't have enough dexterity to use that bow. Yeah, if you're not Legolas, you're not going to be able to nail the orcs in the eyeballs. Like, yeah, you literally need to be Legolas, like skateboarding around on a shield first. Maybe not that good. That's the thing. Some people will be, and some people will just whatever. If anyone who falls short will be at that disadvantage to where even if you're fighting someone with just as much training, at that point that weapon will be better. Yeah, the coin can flip quickly, basically, of good or bad or more or less. Yeah. Oh, suddenly you want the minus sign instead of the plus sign. Yeah. You might think you want all plus signs. Yeah, high cost, high maintenance. Exactly. The balancing act. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect, King Henry. Yeah, he knows. So, what? How do we make it better? I mean, yeah. If we were working together, we could make an even better gun for kill. Yeah, better be some fucking zombie COVID Nazi zombies coming in here at this point. Technically that could save the world. We'd also, we all got to stop fighting and team up against the fucking COVID and the zombie. God damn it. Yeah, who do you think you'd need some Nazis to help you fight those motherfuckers? Yeah, in that case, the Nazi COVID zombies, demons, they would be a threat to us too. I'm just saying, whatever, back in the, hypothetically in this, you get the idea. Whoever, I think it would be a threat to anyone, with or without the swastika. Yeah, you'd still get COVID. Exactly, they know. Anyway, in my opinion, whatever. I mean, until we do have all the nukes. Yeah, we don't have all the nukes yet when this happens. We don't even have the M6. The M-series rifles we're almost there. This is all happening from Korea to Vietnam, from Thailand to Taiwan. As this is happening, this is all coming off the presses. So you might get the idea how they're both relevant in their own way, just in different ways. Like, just having this simple rifle, this is like the difference between a country. This is the thing. You can't just blame the North Koreans because people have done this sort of thing before, but because they just got given a much more effective weapon, suddenly a bunch of people with almost no training, suddenly it's one of the deadliest armies in the world. It's kind of like with Japan. I mean, I'm not saying that, they still had training and stuff. They had to learn how to use these weapons, of course. You still have to learn how to shoot these things and blah, blah, blah. But, the same things everyone's been doing for whatever, you get it. It's like, yes, you still put it all on the scale one way or another. That's what I'm saying. It's from, we already have you get it, we already have the nukes, but even the smallest weapons, technically these have killed more people than nukes have. You get it. So again, even if you're on the other side, if you're trying to get rid of if you're some crazy person who wants to get rid of all the guns, say, hypothetically, where do I start? You might be going to get rid of some caveman nukes. Those are the expired ones. Do I get rid of the caveman nukes or the machine guns? You might want to get rid of all of it, but you gotta start somewhere, King Henry. Motherfucker. Start somewhere, King Henry. I'm just saying the difference. The whole point of this little closing section here, my final little synopsis is, emphasizing the difference of just giving this gun to someone made them that much. You get the idea, but from what we had before, like the single shot rifles and 4-shot rifles and stuff, it's like, no, this is, we have the fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger machine guns now officially. And it means, again, it's like cities of people. This has happened throughout history, even today. Like, like right now, in people going to volunteer for the war, and you know what I'm saying. Very minimal training, whatever. Minimal training indeed. I'm just saying. Soldiers with no training, so many weapons are designed to be low maintenance, low cost. Because I don't know, one way or another, it's like, unless you already have it's kind of like, I guess, with those long range bombers and shit. It's like, because Germany was trying to build stuff like that too, but they didn't. You're trying to plan long term, but they didn't have the resources to get there, reach exceeding your grasp. It's like those kinds of weapons. Each tier of weapon, the super fucking capital battleship, maybe if you had more of them, yeah, maybe if you had a Death Star, yeah, you need to, like, you get to the next tier, upgrade to the next level, yeah, exactly, you're not at that tier level yet, you haven't upgraded to the Prestige class, or fucking whatever, yeah, straight up, you need the Prestige class upgrade for that shit. Yeah, you need enough like infrastructure to support that tier of weapons, and you don't necessarily need that. Yeah, you can do more with less or less with more. Yeah, exactly. No matter how you flip the coin, yeah, exactly. You're not gonna get you even if you do get all heads or all tails. Yeah, that's a high maintenance, high cost, or low range, low accuracy. Yeah, exactly. Keep spinning the round table. So, what about the test? Yeah, well, which weapon did you pick? Yeah, yeah. So for most people, when the Nazi COVID zombies show up, it's straight up you're gonna get COVID. Really, yeah. I hope you picked the one that's for people who, yeah, unless you already, yeah, unless you're already trained specifically for M series rifles, or even if you've used one ever before in an AR-15, whatever. If you are at least somewhat familiar with that, I'm not. That's the thing. That's why I would pick the AK because I know yeah, I could figure out how to empty the ashtray. I could use it for a while. Yeah, it would take me. Eventually, I'd have to stop and figure out how to fucking clean the thing. Yeah, make sure you get all the cigarette butts out of there. And yeah, exactly. So yeah, you could also, yeah. Someone's thinking, ooh, yeah, you could smuggle drugs inside those machine guns. Yeah, if they find the machine, they won't. Then you gotta hide the machine gun, and if you gotta hide the machine gun, you could just hide a lot of more drugs. Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, just to clarify, I mean, in a normal situation where you don't have crazy Superman armor or whatever, yeah, either one of these could kill you just as quickly or easily. You know, if you were just running in a normal situation, no training, whatever. It's just the difference between the maintenance. Yeah, but the rest is beyond. I'm already in Colonel Hoppy's minefield at that point. That's as far as I can speculate on that. It would really come down to, you know, in any situation where it seems like this is better than that. If you know, gave these weapons to someone else, like, yeah, I'm not saying some people would be good at it. Some, again, whatever shortfalls came in that, you know, passing on this training, of course, you gotta train the Banana Republics to have their own armies for the Federation or fucking whatever. I'm just saying, whoever your allies might be, whoever you're trading them with, yeah, it's like some people might, yeah, maybe you want these guns instead of those, maybe you can't get those ones. Whoever is using these, if they can't, you know, if they can't keep up with the maintenance, yeah, Zoolander's high maintenance or whatever, fucking hell. Yeah, yeah, you get a grain of sand in your dick and it might not work. Yeah, yeah, it might. You might be. You can still clean it or fix it or whatever, but yeah, it might be a bad time. Might be a bad time. That's the main. That's the best way I can explain the whole, like, why they never jam, etc. Blah. Might be more to it, but you know, that's a big difference in itself. And you might be thinking, how is, yeah, yeah, it can get, a grain of sand can get in your dick and anytime, anywhere, anyhow. Exactly. Yeah, another example of that, spinning that round table around or that coin. It's like, no matter how you try to make a weapon, yeah, make it bigger, make it smaller, make it tighter, make it looser, whatever. Yeah, well, it depends what's going on. Yeah, one's better at this, yeah, this is, if you find a way around this, then yeah, you're another crazy mad scientist. And then everyone's gonna blame you for the cave, yeah, straight up, who built these caveman nukes, or why, yeah, whatever. Can you build a better machine? Yeah, I built it. Hey, what? Yeah, eventually someone did. Yeah, yeah. No shit, dog. Yeah, we both. I don't doubt we both did it.